Why y'all so quiet? That was childish, man. That wasn't even called for. Now,
Rush Hour 4 is back in the conversation, with pitches making the rounds at various studios in hopes of getting the project off the ground. This next chapter in the action comedy series, starring Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, could also mark the return of Brett Ratner, the director behind the first 3 films, a move that's already stirring controversy. Reports from The Hollywood Reporter revealed that Lionsgate execs had a meeting in July 2024 to discuss the film's potential. While franchises like John Wick have thrived with new installments, Rush Hour 4 is hitting a roadblock: Ratner's involvement. Sources familiar with the discussion say he was part of the pitch, which is a big deal considering the allegations against him. Ratner was accused of sexual misconduct back in 2017. Though he denied the claims and wasn't officially charged, the fallout led to him being dropped by his agency and effectively exiled from Hollywood. Because of the controversy, Warner Brothers let Rush Hour 4 be licensed elsewhere, but major studios like Paramount and Sony reportedly passed after hearing Ratner was attached. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, Ratner was a big name in Hollywood, with Rush Hour launching a blockbuster trilogy that raked in over $500 million domestically. But after multiple women, including Natasha Henstridge and Olivia Munn, came forward with allegations, no one in the industry wanted to work with him. As for Rush Hour 4, it still needs a home and distribution deals. While new partners wouldn't own rights to the original films, they'd still get a piece of a well-established franchise, with Warner Brothers earning a licensing fee. Tucker and Chan have shown interest in reuniting, but nothing's officially locked in. Back in 2019, they nearly broke the internet after posting a photo together, teasing fans about a possible reunion, only for Jackie Chan's management to shut down the rumors. Then, in late 2022, Chan reignited the hype by confirming Rush Hour 4 was in the works, saying, "We're talking about Rush Hour 4 right now." So while nothing's set in stone, the wheels are definitely turning. During an exclusive interview with CBR, producer Arthur Sarkisian spoke about the film's inception, his approach to choosing projects, and his hopes of bringing Rush Hour 4 to the big screen. Reflecting on the origins of The Protégé, another action project he produced, Sarkisian recalled, "I was talking to a friend of mine in China, a business partner and associate, and we were discussing doing a movie with a female assassin with a strong background, character-driven, and the idea percolated. When I came back to the States, I discussed this with the writer Richard Wink, laid out the idea, and he went and wrote the script. Then I brought the film's director Martin Campbell in. I've known Martin for about 35 years, on and off talking about projects. He directed The Foreigner for me. I was involved with that with him. I gave him that project to do, and I thought he was the right one for this." Sarkisian loved giving Maggie Q a showcase, noting she had a minor role in one of his earlier films, Rush Hour 2. The Protégé was an action thriller in the old-school sense, prioritizing practical stunt work over CGI-heavy spectacle. Sarkisian admitted that this style appealed to him as a film fan. "I'm getting so tired of seeing CGI action scenes," he explained. "I want to be part of the movie. I want to live the movie. I want to live the character. And when you're watching, I'm not running these things down. I'm just saying there is no way your strength's going to pull a car all over a bridge, 1,000 feet up or whatever, and throw it on the other side. These things take me out of the movie somehow." That approach is something he valued in Martin Campbell's work. "I think with Martin, he's always been more of a hand-to-hand action guy, characters and all of that," Sarkisian said. "And I think it's a throwback to the 70s movies, action movies. But still, there is a freshness to it because it's a storyline with characters." Having a creative outlet like The Protégé during chaotic times was something he deeply appreciated, adding, "One should consider themselves lucky, with all the chaos going on, to be able to concentrate on what they love to do and basically zero in on it." Sarkisian's passion for storytelling is clear, and that extends to Rush Hour 4. He understands the demand and remains hopeful. "I would love to give the fans and the world Rush Hour 4 because I think there are more stories to tell with these two guys, and hopefully it will come to pass. That's all I can say about it because that's where my mind is right now. I mean, I just want to give this franchise at least one more because it really deserves it."
Would you like to know a secret, Cole?
Yes, please.
Someone's gonna die here tonight.
Looking back on his career, Sarkisian reflected on what makes a film truly work, emphasizing that story is everything. The star of the movie will always be, always has been, and will always be the screenplay. That's just a given, and I mean, you could take any A-plus actor. If it's not on the page, then it's not on screen. A lot of people honestly think, give them eye candy, blow up things and great special effects and bamboozle them with all of that. It doesn't work. What it comes down to is because you love movies. It's not like, okay, I just want to make horror movies or I want to make action movies. It's what you relate to. That passion is what has driven him to take on a variety of films, from romantic comedies like While You Were Sleeping to high-stakes action thrillers. If you like to feel you have some romanticism in you, you go for a romantic comedy, he continued. When I heard the pitch on While You Were Sleeping, it kinda connected with me and it was a soft passion, a wonderful story, and I just wanted to make it. So I financed the writers to write the script, put it together, and set it up with Disney. So it's characters, it's stories, it's what appeals to you, whatever you want to call it, but it's just that little thing that hits the spot and you say, hey, I want to see this made. And that's the same energy he brings to Rush Hour 4. Despite the challenges surrounding the project, Sarkisian remains optimistic. The chemistry between Tucker and Chan is still a winning formula, and he knows audiences are eager for another ride. Now, it's just a matter of getting all the pieces in place and finding the right home for the film. A potential Rush Hour 4 could take Carter and Lee on their most high-stakes adventure yet, placing them in the middle of a global conspiracy. The film could kick off with Lee being framed for an international crime, forcing Carter to go rogue to clear his partner's name. This would give Carter the perfect opportunity to step up, not just as a talker, but as someone who learned a thing or two from his years with Lee. Their chemistry would be on full display as they fight their way through a web of deceit, dodging assassins, secret agencies, and a shadowy villain pulling the strings. The story could take them across multiple countries with action set pieces in exotic locations, much like Rush Hour 2. Imagine Carter fumbling through high-tech espionage in Tokyo, or getting caught up in a chaotic chase scene through the streets of Rio de Janeiro. Meanwhile, Lee, as precise and disciplined as ever, tries to keep them both alive. Bringing back Isabella could add an emotional layer, especially if she has intelligence crucial to their mission. And of course, George should return, perhaps as an overly confident rookie agent, creating even more comedic chaos for Carter and Lee. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.